I found out my boyfriend has been using my credit card to buy gifts for his ex. It started with sushi. Or more accurately, me being too tired to cook and opening Uber Eats to reorder something mindless. That's when I noticed it. An unfamiliar saved address under my account. Jen, back porch, don't knock. I paused. That wasn't my address. Wasn't George's either. We usually order food together and I've never seen that saved before. I thought maybe my brother used my account again like he did last year, but the address wasn't near his place either. Out of curiosity, I tapped on it. And then I saw the order history. Food delivered to that address 4 times in the last 3 weeks. Always under my name, my account, my card. The orders weren't anything fancy. Chipotle, Thai, one weirdly specific cupcake place. But they were just there, sitting in plain sight. I checked my payment history. All of it was on my card. It still didn't register fully. I thought maybe it was a glitch or a leftover address somehow synced from a friend. Then I saw a flower delivery charge dated February 14th, Valentine's Day. That one hit different. George and I were together on Valentine's Day. We stayed in, got takeout, which I paid for, and he gave me a candle with a cute little note. I remember thinking it was sweet, even though the dinner felt kind of phoned in. I scrolled further. Another flower order, this one in early March. Then a recurring $42 subscription labeled Pet Box. I clicked it. Monthly box of curated toys and treats for dogs. I do not have a dog, but I do remember George once mentioning his ex had one, Daisy, or something equally fluffy. He showed me a photo when we first started dating. I barely paid attention. I remember thinking the dog looked like it wore the pants in their relationship. I went to Facebook, searched his profile, found it almost immediately. An old birthday post where Jen, yep, that Jen tagged him. She was holding a small dog in a party hat, Daisy. And in the comments, someone had asked if she moved into her new place. She responded with the same street name as the one on the Uber Eats orders. I stared at the screen. I didn't want to believe what I was seeing. There had to be another explanation, right? Then I remembered something stupid. A month ago, George texted me while I was in a class, said his card was acting weird, and he needed to buy a charger. He asked if I could just text him mine, real quick. I did, because I trusted him, because we'd been together for over a year, because I never thought he'd weaponize that trust. That night, I called him, just asked flat out if he'd used my card for anything besides that charger. He hesitated, then laughed and said, "No babe, just the one time, relax." Told me I was being paranoid. I knew that laugh. It was the same one he used when he'd lie to get out of things he didn't want to do, like going to brunch with my friends. A brush off. I played it cool, said nothing else, but I couldn't shake it. I couldn't shake. The next night, I asked to use his phone, said I left mine in my car and needed to text my group chat about rescheduling something. He paused, just a little too long, then handed it to me. I opened Safari first. No incognito. His last open tab? That same boutique candle site he used to get me a gift last month. I clicked into the order history. Shipping name, Jen. Delivery instructions, leave on porch. I opened his messages. There was a thread with the contact, J. I didn't even hesitate. Just tapped in. I didn't read all of it. I couldn't. But one message was burned into my brain. Use Stacy's card. She won't notice, LOL. I airdropped the screenshots to myself. Put his phone back. Didn't say a word. That night, I lay next to him in bed and stared at the ceiling while he snored. The next morning, I locked my card. Called the bank. Started the process of disputing charges. Not that most would count as fraud, since I gave him the info willingly. I didn't care. When I confronted him, I wasn't angry. I was beyond that. I was hollow. I told him what I found. The orders, the flowers, the messages. Jen. He froze. Then said, "It's not what you think." That Jen was going through stuff, and he didn't want to ask me for money, didn't want me to stress. Said he was just helping her out. I asked him why helping her out involved buying her flowers, and dog toys, and boutique candles. He said, "You're overreacting." I said, "You're under-apologizing." He didn't say anything to that. I packed a bag and left that afternoon. Stayed at my cousin's for a few days while I sorted my head out. Blocked him everywhere that night. Told my mom 2 days later. She listened without interrupting and then said, "He always looked like he was waiting for you to stop talking." It's been a few weeks. Most of the charges got refunded. I changed all my passwords. Got a new card. I still get weirdly emotional when I check my statements now. Like I'm scanning for ghosts. I don't even know if he was cheating in the emotional sense. And honestly, I don't care. If you're giving your ex-dog toys and flowers on your girlfriend's dime, you're already a bad person.